Hello, hi. We're gonna do an Isaac, and I want to show you this. I play this game when I'm not doing other stuff, or when I'm not recording. And this is how it goes when I'm just playing it on my own. That's 12 wins in a row. I think a couple of them were pretty close to it. Usually, I get a grip on the game early. This one's starting off great. Okay, so. This one's starting off real good. We have a low rate of fire, quad shot, and above average damage. We also have humbling bundle, so we're gonna get 2 for everything. Basically, quad shot right now is as good as Polyphemus if we can stand close enough to the enemy. And I mean, I guess you gotta kind of stand close enough to an enemy to use Polyphemus. We also have a pretty, quad shot might be, even this early, better than Polyphemus because it's like, what's the thing in Gunfire Reborn? It's called fish or bear paw. The thing that means you hit more frequently, but each hit does less damage, so you can multiply your likelihood of other effects going on. We're gonna keep looking. This mini-map, when sometimes when you dock the switch, it fucks up a few effects like that from the way that it repositions. So everything might seem a little bit off. We also can step on spikes. Comfortably. That's crazy. We can't step on that spike. We only have 2 bombs. We have 4 keys. We should check this out and see if there's a spirit heart. And there is a cheap spirit heart. And we made our money back. Okay. Cool, we made more than our money back. So hopefully, we might, if we get an arcade, there's a chance that on the next floor we end up spending a little time backtracking and utilizing the, whatchamacallit. This is the worst boss we could have gotten, honestly. One of the worst, at least. The most likely for me to fucking lose my spirit heart that I just bought. Because these moves can be tricky. I tend to get like a few hits in and then try to cut. But I'm really not good at this boss because he fakes me out more than I think I can fake him out. There we go. Alright, we still got half a spirit heart. That's well, luck bonus puts us positive. Okay. We need to save our spirit heart. So we are not going to go in that room. Curse of the Lost kind of sucks. And I feel like I'm starting to see a little bit of the potential stress that like a powerful first floor tends to make you feel a little bit more powerful than you actually are as soon as it matters a bit more, whether you get hit or not. But we haven't lost anything yet. It's just like I feel like there's a little bit more on the line now that I talked about how good it's going. God, you dumb game. All right, well, so that's one of the things. I think I'm going to touch that. Do what we want. Wow, the game is 4. We don't want to do it too much too early. A spirit heart there would be cool, but as long as we get a shot for the spirit heart, we should be okay. Which is why I could not go into that other room. That's cool that we have the opportunity to get both, but Kidney Stone I think lowers our speed and has the potential to make it impossible for us to damage enemies for a while. Give me a shot. Give me a good shot. There we go. There are so many situations where Item Martyr is valuable that I thought, why the fuck not? So we did not get, even with plenty of starting money, we did not get that thing that we wanted. However, we did get Cricket's Head, which is way more valuable than the speed up, especially since we're starting at above average starting speed. All right. Quad shot, Cricket's Head. We're shooting. The 22 rate of fire doesn't really much mean anything. I would like to get an orbital soon, I believe. That would be good. Yeah, an orbital would be just about a guaranteed win, I think. With Unicorn Horn. Unicorn Stomp. We're gonna keep it over once every 8 rooms doing a single laser blast. And since we already found the shop and the treasure room, we're gonna keep going. There was something I really wanted to talk about in this one that I thought of as soon as I finished the last video, and then as soon as I started this one, I forgot what it was. So no idea. I'm just sitting here with no idea, hoping that I'll figure it out. It looks like, I don't know what it was. I'm going to talk about something else that's been on my mind. So the new series of graphics cards, the 3000 series, have been released. As of this video, they've been released for a while. I don't know when this video is going up, but I know that they will, I'm pretty sure they will have been, well, I mean, this video is going up way after I'm actually recording it, so that's a stupid point anyway. The graphics cards will have been available for months by that point. So, well, maybe not months, maybe a month by that point. The 3090 goes live tomorrow, which a lot of people are saying, you know, NVIDIA initially sold it as a, is like the future-proof gaming GPU, and I was kind of on board. It's very expensive, but you know, this is my one big hobby, and I was like, maybe I should get one of those. And because the last 2 generations of cards I got, I did SLI, so I ended up paying roughly the same amount. And it looks like the reason that they're making the 30 series un-SLiable is because they would outperform for cheaper. I mean, maybe that's not the reason, but that's the outcome of them making the 30 series not NVLink capable below 3090 is because it'd be cheaper and better to do an SLI. So it seems like they're trying to say it's not a gaming card, but it is a gaming card. They have all these videos of people playing 8K games on medium settings and stuff like that. Speed down, damage up. That's fine. I want to be able to see my whole map, and I would really like An orbital. But the 3090 series looks like it's probably also going to be, well, at least the Founders Edition is not going to be produced in any greater numbers than the 3080 was, which I'm just going to say right now, I will never... I had two 2080 Ti's, right? I was using those in V-Link. Those are expensive cards, and I spent a lot of money on it after saving for quite a while. And they ran so fucking hot that I had to change out my my case. And not only did I have to change out my case because they ran so hot, it would turn my system off. Even now that I just have a single 2080 Ti, I have to monitor its temperature like fucking crazy. And it's... I'm sure the average person doesn't, but if anybody's using 4K with anything above medium settings, which... Sorry, I had to rip a fart. Which, in my opinion, kind of defeats the purpose of 4K. To have a higher resolution and then lower graphics. I completely understand and completely support having a higher resolution and or a higher frame rate and lower graphics. That's why you lower graphics. But to have to lower it because of temperature is just, it just feels fucking dumb. So right now I'm using a 28 instead of my 210. I gave one of the 2080 Ti's to Swatula, who is a long time online friend and someone who, you know, he's a very good person, always has been. I don't believe that that's going to change suddenly for any reason, but you know, maybe it will. But that's in my opinion, that's beside the point. He has been a good, dependable, reliable, outstanding friend, and I plan on upgrading, so he gets an upgrade in the process. I'm not going to try to resell it. No one's buying a 2080 right now. So now I can keep the temperature down pretty comfortably. Just through lowering the frame rate. Which again, is kind of the same problem. I have been just fucking up this donation machine. I don't think I want to do more because I don't think I want to I don't think I want to get chaos. It's not going to be here. Two bombs spent, 2 bombs and 2 keys gained. Alright, I had to close something on my computer that I thought I had already closed. Yeah, I don't know. I know that, like, I am, of PC game players, I'm like a little, I kind of spoil myself a little bit. It is the one thing that I feel like it is a hobby that I'm willing to kind of go the extra mile on, you know? And basically the reason I want the next series is because I want to be able to play 40 or 3440 by 1440p at 100 frames per second on all games uninterrupted. I'm willing to turn down anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing doesn't do as much at higher resolutions. I'm going to use a key for this half art. Let me check these fires first. Yeah. Because that'll help us keep our thingy. Whatever it's called. What is it called? Bone heart. Or bone. But yeah, I don't know. The 3090 is more than twice the cost of the 3080. And NVIDIA is now downplaying its power. Right after they handed cards out to Marquez Brownlee and Linus Sebastian, and had them do videos about how amazing 8K gaming is on Sony's 8K 88-inch television. So kind of mixed signals going out all over the place. It's not a gaming thing. It barely gets more performance. The 10 to 15% better performance was at 4K, which is where you expect the highest increase to be. But I mean, maybe at 3440. But basically, what I want is stable 100 with minimal tweaking. I don't expect to get 100 frames per second on ray traced games. That ray tracing is going to be something that if I use it ever, it's going to be as the exception. It's going to be where the expectation is drastically lowered for the performance. But I don't want every game to be a fucking... Still haven't found the shop. Let's see if we can do. We only got 10 right now. Still haven't gotten a single freaking orbital. These two. And we're going to empty some red hearts. One of the things I learned from watching some Invicta videos is that 6 of those is by the time you won't get the first one until 6. Oh god, what am I doing? Well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's use this. Goodbye, friend. And we are out of here. We are going to go to the shop now because I can make the rest of the money on the way. It's either all the way back or it's like 1 or 2 up this way. So it's, yeah. That's huge. All right. Yeah, so watch a video where, Linus Tech Tips plays Doom Eternal, Forza Horizon, Control, DLSS, on an 8K screen, and gets a solid 60 frames per second, and they have it on like mostly high settings for most of those games. And then tonight is the night of the 23rd. The 3090 goes live tomorrow at 6 a.m. They put an embargo on reviews of the 3090 until tomorrow at 6 a.m. the moment the card goes live. So what that says to me is that they knew they were kind of fudging the narrative. That they were saying this is the gamer's graphics card, and then very soon after saying this is not for gamers, you guys are, you don't understand. We can't. If you do this, if you go out of your way and buy this, you are the fool, is what they're saying. So I just don't like the way it went down, and I know that even buying like an AIB, even buying a second party one, still gives NVIDIA themselves a huge portion, maybe even a bigger portion than their first-party cards with the weird fucking fan design. Why do all of these have two choices? I can't believe that you came here today and you took me away. You took me away. Alright, well, we're leaving. We're gonna leave-adore Stevedore right now. We still did not get the thing. This is gonna be a lot of summons, right? Yeah. The summons and the balls. But, you know, I still would like to upgrade my card. And I would like to hand off my other 2080 Ti to someone who's going to make use of it. That's my shadow. That's not Judas's shadow. There's a chance. Neither of those are good enough. Sad Onion is close. Because with I'm Drowsy, we could really easily fly through that. For a few rate of fire, for a few frame rates. I don't know, it's so weird to, like, and I know it's, and that, this is why I'm talking about it here, and instead of talking about it, basically to anybody in person, because it is the first worldest of problems. It is the, it is a weird thing to be complaining about. I'm willing to drop $1,500 or whatever on a graphics card, and it's not going to be as jaw-dropping as I hope it would be. Potentially. I don't even know. Oh yeah, we got double duration. Oh, I don't have any more money, though. That wasn't a blood one. I can't believe that you came here today and you... Man, this has been a weird fucking run. No. We've had access... Well, maybe we haven't. We've been using up a lot of our money. Never mind, I take that back. No orbital is just... It just is weird. Not getting an orbital of any sort on the run is rare. Here's something that is funny in the gaming news. Something that I think a little differently about than a lot of people. Microsoft bought ZeniMax, which includes Bethesda, which the makers of Doom, or the publishers of Doom, and the developers of what the fuck is it called? Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all of that. So people are getting concerned that maybe the Elder Scrolls 6, a game that was announced. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Game that was announced 2 E3s ago will be a Xbox Series X exclusive. People are saying they're saying I have a problem with that. I don't think that that's fair. The Fallout and Oblivion games have always been multi-platform games. They've been at least PC and Sony and Microsoft games. And I think that people's worry, their concern, is unfounded, because Microsoft bought Mojang, who knows how long ago. I don't know. I don't care. They bought Mojang from you know, the Nazi guy that owned the company, all that time back. And they kept it on every platform that it was on, including Apple phones and iPads and stuff, you know? Dude, this sucks. And Macs and Nintendo Switch and what's the other thing? Macs and iPads and PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, all of that, you know, because Minecraft is kind of just a big part of games, and people are acting like Microsoft gives. Okay, here's my point. I don't think Microsoft gives a shit this console cycle about selling Xboxes, and I think that for two reasons. One, they're clearly going to. Okay, there's three reasons. There's two primary ones and a tertiary one. Primary one, number one, is that they lost the last console war, right? They lost last generation's war versus PlayStation, basically. It was not a slaughter, but it was very, very easy that the PlayStation 4 from early days kind of beat the Xbox One, and the Xbox One has been kind of recoiling due to that over the course of its existence. That's why they started doing things like more games for Windows or Windows versions of games that are on the Xbox. Gears of War 5 came out, I think, day one on both. Dude, why am I holding on to this? And they have the entire Master Chief Collection appearing piecemeal on the PC. You can transfer save files between your Xbox and your computer. They know that people who have PCs don't also want to buy a console a lot of the time. I don't want to buy consoles. I think the PlayStation 5 will only be one that I buy if I really want a first-party game and some money's kind of burning a hole in my pocket. There's no way I would buy it for the fact that I want another fucking console, because I straight up don't. I don't even like playing the PlayStation 4. The only console I like playing is the Switch, because the Switch isn't a console. The Switch is two consoles. And those two consoles give me the virus. No, it said virus wrong, so it didn't. The Switch is for me the occasional multiplayer living room game, Mario Kart, or we played not Rogue Legacy, Pandemic Legacy. Well, I guess just Pandemic, the board game. A couple times we played like 1-2 Switch when it first came out. Occasionally there's a game that you really want to play co-op on the big screen, or right now you want to be able to record it, so you play it plugged in TV style. But mostly it's an indie machine that allows me to to essentially play Isaac Gungeon for a while, Neon Abyss. God, why does it have to do that? Neon Abyss, and other quick in, quick out indie games without having to be downstairs in my office. Dude. 72.5% did not get.
I can see
Anyway, sorry, I'm thinking about how frustrating. Like this run is great because of stuff basically that I had by the end of the first floor. I got some tiers upgrades and things like that, but the majority of what is making this powerful are I had by the end of the second room of the first floor. It was quad shot, or mutant spider, or whatever it's actually called. Decent damage stat, low rate of fire. And there's something else that I started off that I can't think of. Oh yeah, Humbling Bundle. I can't believe that you came here today and you took me. I've been listening to The Rapture while I write. There's a band that I really, really loved in college. That I recently found again on Spotify. And I've been listening to, of course, not their newer stuff, the same shit I was listening to in 2005. That's what growing old is. It is just living like you're 20 in a 30-year-old's body. I can't believe that you came here today and you took me away and you took me away. Too much condition and not enough gain. Driving me insane, it's driving me insane. Well, let's do this fight. We'll get another little dive in there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Microsoft is doing something that no console company has ever done before. Not only are they at launch releasing a more and a less powerful system, so that if you don't have a 4K TV and you don't care about collecting boxes, you can just pay. Oh my god! You can just pay the. You could spend $300 and get a system day one. That's 1440p 60 hertz or 120 hertz, cheaper than a Nintendo Switch, right? Dang, that sucked. Which is crazy. The price is crazy. But what's crazier is they're trying to push the subscription. And I don't know if anybody needs it to be said, but I'm not the world's greatest subscription fan. Wow, I have to wait a long time for this to work out. But the subscription they're doing is ridiculous. What they're doing is, for the Xbox Series S, the shittier of the two, well, they probably wouldn't call it the shittier of the two, but the shittier of the two, you can pay $25 a month for 2 years to get the console, Xbox Live, $10 value, I think $10 a month value, and Xbox Game Pass, a $15 a month value. You get those two things, and you get the system for essentially nothing else on top. You can, if you are a fucking idiot, buy the system outright, and then eschew that. And if you really don't want Xbox Game Pass, you can skip it. And just pay for the Xbox Live, or not even get Xbox Live if you don't want to do that. Like, I'm not paying for PS Plus or whatever it is. Plus. Because I don't play games online with other people on my PlayStation. It's single player stuff. I play games online with other people on my computer. because Steam doesn't charge me for it. Well, it's not because Steam doesn't charge me for it, it's because I'd rather be on my fucking computer. But anyway, either way, if you want the beefier, the 4K 120 hertz one, you can pay $35 a month, $10 essentially paying for the system, and the other money essentially paying for the internet stuff, the subscription. And after 2 years you own it, and then I think it probably doesn't go down in price if you want to keep the other things. But I don't fucking know. And it doesn't matter. You'll own a system that you paid less than your water bill for. And if you wanted those features, the Series S is free. I would get a Series S because I'd probably mostly play it connected to my monitor. Well, now I don't know about that. I'd probably get a Series X because I spend too much on this kind of stuff. But I still don't need to, because back to my original point, Xbox is not trying to make... I think I maybe said it wrong. I said Xbox is not trying to sell consoles. They're not trying to profit off of consoles. Consoles are a means to making more money off of software, and I think they realized that when they sold fewer consoles significantly than the PlayStation 4. That if they own the production companies, and they don't run them into the ground, they let them just do their thing. They let them show up on PlayStation things. They let Deathloop show up on PS5, and Doom Eternaler show up on PS5 and Switch probably. Then they make more money. They make money off of all sales. They're making money off of PlayStation. And it's like, so it wouldn't do them much good, in my opinion, at least. It doesn't do anything for boss type enemies. But it doesn't do them too much good to keep it Xbox exclusive. They probably could, if they cared about selling consoles. But I straight up don't believe they do. God damn it. I'll go all the way back there and use this black rune. I think they care about selling software. I think they care about the vehicle of the console. And, you know, and I think Sony's probably taking a bit of a hit on console-by-console sales. Like, they're losing some money for each PS5 that goes out. But they are not offering a subscription. They need that cash back. And Microsoft's like, yeah, we'd like the cash, but you know what? Long-term Netflix-style cash is what we want. And we want to own everybody. It's like Netflix buying DreamWorks and Pixar and all this shit, and then taking a chunk back of all the things that make Netflix money is just smart business. And I think Microsoft has realized that the console fucking wars are stupid, and they're stupid because every few years they put all this money in, and it's getting to the point where if they want to stay competitive, they have to... Dude, I'm getting hit a lot. They have to lose money for a while, and that's dumb. And instead of losing money for a while, you just make losing money a part of your gaining money. We're not going to the thing. This run is not strong enough for a delirium, and my luck with items petered off at like floor 4. So... that's it for that. Let's get this pulled up. That's just my personal belief about what Microsoft is trying to pull, and my personal complaints about We got a Gunfire next. Okay. And my personal complaints about NVIDIA's weird approach. I think AMD is making a shitload of money off of these new consoles either way, and I think NVIDIA is being stupid as fuck. So, anyway, we'll see you in a Gunfire next time. Goodbye.